What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Allan Wade. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, right away. But I'm here to show you guys how to make masks because of this epidemic that's going on right now. I've been having a whole lot of creators block because of everything that's going on around. I'm quite sure not just creators, but everybody in general is being affected by this, if not directly, indirectly, by looking at everything that's going on social media. And at this point in time, instead of feeling helpless and letting it affect me that much, I feel like I need to try to do something to help prevent this thing from spreading. So I'm going to show you guys how to make masks. But guys, if you don't want to wear a mask, if you don't have a mask, right? If you can't afford a physical mask like the one I'm going to show you how to make, the best mask that you can have is a piece of cloth and just wrap around your face. That's the cheapest, most inexpensive way that you can help stop the spread of this thing. Just grab a piece of cloth, a piece of material, bandana, t-shirt, anything, just wrap it around your face, all right? So without further ado, let's jump into this video. You're gonna need a few things. Let me show you exactly what they are. All right, what are we gonna need from top to bottom? As you're seeing this, some material. This material to make the scarf, this material to make the little strings on the scarf. Obviously, you're gonna need a ruler. You're gonna need some scissors to cut the material. You're gonna need something to mark the material. If you don't have this, you can use like a pen or a marker or something like this, something like that. Also, needle nose pliers is optional. It's a special trick that I wanna do to make mine a little bit fancy because everybody likes to make stuff a little bit better than just the standard stuff. So I'll just put this aside. It's not necessary. And also the plans. This is the plans for the, this is the, what do you call this thing? This is the pattern, So I'm gonna put the pattern on my website, allanawade.com. So you guys can go download that pattern for free, and you can follow along with this video. And I've got my sewing machine right here, but of course that is optional. You can use a needle and thread and make a mask. It'll just take a little longer, and the sewing machine is going to take up a lot of time. If anybody has a sewing machine and you're not making masks around right now when lives are depending on it, then you might as well throw your sewing machine in the trash. Just being honest. All right, so let's get to making this design. All right, so you can either make your strips first or you can make your mask, the trace out of your mask first. I'm going to do that. So what I did was the thing that you're going to download from allanawade.com is going to come in a 8.5 by 11 size sheet, and I cut mine out. I cut my pattern out. So I'm just going to lay my pattern down flat like this. And the reason why I have a long sleeve is because I don't make these masks one by one. I make them in like groups because, you know, people need masks. So just trace around the edge, and of course after you trace this out, you're going to cut it out with your scissors. Okay, and that's your pattern. You're going to have your pattern that you can sew. All right, so let's go ahead and trace around the edge. You guys don't need to see this. Hey guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please take this moment, hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel out a whole lot. Thank you. After you're done tracing it out, tracing your patterns out, you're going to be left with something that looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 cutouts here, and you're going to take your scissors and cut each of them out. Now what I did, since I said I do them in bulk, I got like, this is layered up. All right, so this is actually a bunch of different patterns, a bunch of masks right here. So I'm going to scooch this down to right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and start cutting out my mask right here. All right, so you're going to cut out each one of them. All right, you're probably just making one as you're watching, so just cut out your design, and yeah, just the pattern that you're going to need for this part. All right, guys, and I do mean like what I said. If you have a sewing machine and you're not making masks right now, you might as well throw out your sewing machine. It's like, what did you learn how to sew for? What did you know what I mean? Like, this is an epidemic. People are dying. So it's like there's more to, you know, if you have a talent, if you have a skill, then you need to be contributing to society, because guess what? Society could be gone. Society could be gone if you don't. So you guys need to be doing whatever it is in your power to help, you know, calm the spread of this virus, man, because you're not gonna feel the impact until it hits really close to home, and by that point it's too late. So everybody needs to do their part. All right, so you got your design, you got your pattern cut out, right? So I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got four. So out of 4 of them, I can make 1 mask. This can make 1 mask, okay? Because you need 1 on each side. Let's move on. All right, guys, so I went ahead and I cut my strings right here. This is the second piece that I have. So I'll show you what I did with this one. Okay, so you get your ruler, you measure 1.5 inches down, and you make a line, right? So this should be about 1.5 inches right here because I made a mark on this one. 1.5 inch is about right here. All right, boom. Grab my chalk, or in your case, you grab your marker or something, and you just make a mark down, and that's where you're gonna cut. All right, so you go ahead and make that cut. All right, you guys might want to make yours a little bit thicker. I just made mine 1.5 inch because that's the size that I feel comfortable making them. That's what size I like them. So you guys might want to make yours a little bit thicker, and I'll show you why in just a bit when I get to sewing them, because there's 2 different ways you can make these. All right, so we got some ties for our masks. All right, let me show you something real fast. Let's go. So I'm here at my sewing machine, and we're gonna do the first part. I'm just turning my sewing machine on, guys. All right, so let's take one of these strips right here, and we're just gonna fold it in half, and we're just gonna sew it. All right, I got the Brother SE600 sewing and embroidery machine. If you want to purchase your machine, use my product link down in the description below to purchase your machine. It helps the channel out a lot. Greatly appreciate it. All right, so I folded it in half. I folded the 1.5 inch thing in half. That's what I did. See, boom, halfway, fold it in half, and now I'm going to sew it. I'm just gonna sew it right in half like that. All right, so that's the next step to doing this. All right, just gonna go sew it all the way down. All the way down. You can increase the speed real fast. Always do a back stitch to make sure it seals everything in. All right, and after you're done sewing, you got something that looks like this. Just want to check it on both sides and make sure both sides are in fact sewed shut. Okay, so I'm just checking it, looking on both sides, make sure I don't have any discrepancies, and yeah, that's a good sew. All right, so guys, what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you 2 different methods of making these tie straps. I don't do it this way, but this is the easier way, so I'm going to show it to you. I had a 1.5 inch thick thing that I cut out. You saw I just cut it out. I went ahead and I sewed it. I ironed it in half. Like, I ironed it half of this, then I took the other half and I flapped it over and I ironed it. All right, so this is ironed. I'm gonna take my sewing machine. I'm gonna make a hem right down the middle. So I'm gonna sew both sides onto each other, and then I'm gonna go fold this top in half, and then I'm gonna fold it in half again, and then I'm gonna make a hem right here, and that's gonna seal it off and give it a nice little finish. Let me do that real fast. Put that in here, line it up, back stitch, and then forward stitch. Stitch it all the way down. And guys, once again, this is the Brother SE600 that I'm using, sewing and embroidery machine. So it embroiders also. So if you guys want to check out any of those videos, don't forget visit Allan A. Wade. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch the rest of the videos that I do on embroidery and stuff like that. All right, this specific machine, if you want to buy one, you can use my Amazon link. I'm an Amazon affiliate, so you can use my Amazon link down in the description of the video below, and it helps me out a lot. I need to speed this up a little bit. It's going too slow. All right, this machine right now, just like other sewing machines, the price went up on it. So you guys got to pay what it is right now. I think right now it's about $311 right now. No, it's $411. It was $311 a few weeks ago. But you can't buy it for that price anymore. Not right now anyway. Because everybody's making masks and everybody wants sewing machines, so. Yep. All right, so this part right here is all done. You see I made a nice hem going down the middle of this right here. Right, boom, just checking it. to make sure I made a hem going all the way down. And yes, in fact, I did. So now I'm just gonna fold this right here, right? And then I'm gonna fold it again right here. And I'm gonna finish this off with just a little bit of tack down stitch right there. And that is the other way to do this, all right? And then I'm gonna show you my way, how I do it. Back stitch, and then forward stitch again, all the way through, then back stitch, all right? Talking to you guys that don't really sew all like that, all right? So then you take your little scissors and you just trim off the ends. And there you got nice little pleats right there. Looks nice, looks good, looks clean, all right? Cool. All right, so now that we got all of these little things made up right here, these little straps, we want to start cutting them out. This one that we just did, we're going to cut this one first. I make mine 18 inches long because the part that goes over your head that you tie onto your head, you want it to be 18 inches long. So I get an 18-inch piece and I simply just cut it right there, another 18-inch piece, and you just cut it right here. All right, so as you guys can see, this one little string gave us enough for two straps, two 18-inch straps, and those are the tall ones that go over your head. All right, you need two small ones that are about 11 inches or 12 inches long. All right, so let me set these to the side. Let me get mine, and once again, I'm gonna make it from this end 18 inches. All right. 18 inches long, cut over here, and another 18 incher, all right, boom, like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna make two shorter ones. Let me see which end I'm picking. I'm gonna make a 12-inch, that's the shorter one, and I'm gonna make another 12-inch, all right here, about a foot, and I'm gonna make another 12-inch right here, and now we're gonna start stitching these all together, get rid of our straps, scraps, throw them in the trash. All right, guys, for the more complicated ones that I like to make, not these ones are done, nice finished edge ones, these ones are done. But the ones that have the rough edges, all right, that you don't have to make these as optionals. I'm gonna do something different to these because that's how I make mine. All right, so I'm just gonna take each of these and I'm just gonna close up the edge right here. That's just how I make mine. All right, cut that, and I'm gonna do that to each of them. Right here. Alright. Now that that's done, I'm gonna get a little unorthodox with you guys. I'm gonna get a little bit strange with you guys. This is a hanger, right? This is a regular wire hanger that I unraveled. And I did this for a reason. I took my needle nose pliers and I untwined this and made it as straight as possible. And I put a little hoop in the end right here, little hoop, if you guys can see that little tiny hoop right there, so that it doesn't stick to fabric. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these inside out, all right, so it's going to be nice and finished. The way I do that is I go ahead and I roll it like this. It's going to be hard and tricky to do. I roll it like this and I put it in the edge and I just roll the fabric back on top of the hanger, and I pull it through just like this. Let me show you. It's not that hard if you made yours a little bit wider like I told you to, but just bear with me right here. A little bit tricky to do this, but I just like the way it looks like this better, and all the ones on the website, AllanAWade.com, they look like this. All right, so after you got it rolled a little bit, then it comes right back down on itself, and it's really, really easy to roll down. All right, so I flipped that inside out, and as you guys can see, you got a nice little pocket right there with a nice finished edge right there. Nice finished edge, and that's how I like to make mine. So guys, now we're gonna start constructing our mask. We got everything we need. You're gonna grab 2 of these. You got 1, 2, then you're gonna grab 3, 4. All right, because you guys got all one color. I'm gonna swap mine out with something like this, but I'm gonna, because I made this already. You see my little embroidery, because this is an embroidery channel, so gotta plug the embroidery in. Anyway, let me set this aside, and I'm gonna start constructing this. You're gonna put this together like this, and we're gonna go ahead and sew it. All right, sew it together. Let's do it. So we come in and put this down. All right, just gonna sew it. A little back stitch. Hold on. 1 second. Back stitch also. Come down and sew down the whole end of it, the whole edge. All right. There we go. Back stitch. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the other side. All right, so I'm gonna grab the other side, put both of them together, nice and neat, nice and perfectly neat. That's the way you wanna do it, all right? And then we're gonna sew them together as straight as possible. You want this thing to be straight, all right? I mean, let me not lie, it doesn't have to be perfect, so don't think it has to be perfect. It does not have to be perfect by any means, all right? So, sew along the edge. Don't forget to do your back stitch to make sure it's locked in. I don't have to tell you guys this, but some people are just making this for the first time, but just lock in the stitches. All right. All right, so now you got your two sides. All right, so you got your two sides, and it's gonna get a little tricky, but that's why I'm here, so you guys can follow along. All right, so this is the unfinished edge. What you wanna remember is finished edge to finished edge. First of all, you wanna make sure, you wanna check and make sure you stitched all the way through and you have no holes in your thing. So I just open it up and I just run my fingers through it to make sure there's no holes, right, like that. And the same thing with the other one. Quality check, all right, boom. No holes in that. So finish edge to finish edge is what you want to remember. All right, so I'm taking this and I'm flipping it. Actually, no, I'm not flipping it. I'm taking this, yeah, I'm taking this and I'm flipping it, right? All right, then I'm taking this and I'm opening it up and I'm putting this finished edge, because this is the unfinished edge right here. This is the edge that we sewed on. I flipped it, so this is the finished edge right here. And this is the unfinished edge, so the finished edge is inside. So I'm sitting this one inside of this one. Finished edge to finished edge. So just line them up, put them in. Like I said, don't have to be perfect, but when you sew, you got to get it kind of like, even when you're sewing it, it doesn't have to be perfect. So now I got one inside the other, finished edge to finished edge, all right? One inside the other, boom. So now I'm gonna start sewing them together like so, all right? So let me sew them. This part is actually the main construction of our mask, so pay attention, guys, all right? Because we're not gonna sew all the way through. We're gonna go like halfway up or something like that. So start sewing, back stitch, sew, 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 and stop, all right? Now we're gonna take our short string that we created, right? Take the short one, and with this down, we're just gonna lift it up a little bit, and we're gonna put that short one with the seam facing the back. It doesn't have to be facing the back, just we're gonna put this one on the edge right here. Let me get a better view for you guys. All right, you should be able to see that better. All right, so I started sewing it, right? I reached about right here, I opened it up, and I take this little string right here that we created, and I sit it right there, line it right up to the side, right there, flush to this side, lay it back, lay it back over top. I'm just gonna keep on sewing, and I do a back stitch to reinforce that thread right there. Boom, stop right there, and we got that fastened in there. So I'm just lining it up, lift this up, turn, coming up the sides. Same thing with the sides, because we're gonna put our next one down. Up a little bit, stop. Stop. Then we're gonna take the long one this time, the long one, right? And we're gonna do the same thing, put it down like so, right along the edge. Sorry about that, guys. Right along the finished edge right here. Just gonna put this down. It's in there. See it? facing down. Line that up and start sewing some more. Sew that down. Back stitch it to reinforce it and keep on going. All right, make sure as you're going, you're lining this stuff up. Lining this stuff up. And you want to go over the seams right there. You want to go over the seams. You don't want to, you don't want to leave any gaps, any openings, all right? Going over the seams. All right, so here we go. All right, and occasionally you stop in and you check in there, make sure everything's lined up correctly, and keep on going. And turn a little bit. Now we're gonna put the next one in a second. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. The sew does not have to be perfect at all. All right, so now we stop. We get the next long one. And we put that in the side, right there, all right? If I'm losing you, if you don't want to do this, if you're not interested, go to allanawade.com and purchase one. They're not that expensive, all right, 15 bucks. All right, but you see the amount of work and the quality that you'll get. Just follow along with the video, you'll see. All right, so go ahead, you can raise this foot up if you want to, if you want more room. Just go ahead and put this in there, put it down like so. Make sure straighten on that edge, down. And go ahead and back stitch, forward stitch, reinforce. There we go. Turn. And this part right here, straight down, of course. All right. Down a little bit. Stop. Another short one. Grab it, facing that seam facing down. All right. Boom. Put that right in there. Right in there. Straight. All right. Down, reinforce, down, all the way down, back stitch. And that's pretty much done that part. So this is what we're gonna do next. Take that out. Now guys, we pretty much have our mask right here, all right? I'm just gonna flip it inside out, finish edge, and what I'm checking for, I'm checking to make sure there's no holes. Once again, I'm checking sure I made sure I sewed every little part shut and flip it all the way through. And we have our mask, but I go one step further and I seal up the bottom. See all the stuff, this part goes over your head, nice and long. This part goes around your neck, nice and easy right there. See, got our mask right there already. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this part right here. It doesn't matter which side you start from. I'm gonna fold this in, fold it in like that, all right? Fold it in, and I'm gonna go ahead and sew it shut to make it nice and clean, all right? That's the last part of this design, and then we're done. Let me sew it shut. I'm just going to lay it down in there, sewing machine, bring my foot down, and as it goes along, I'm just gonna make sure that the edges are folded in so it's nice and has a finished edge right there on this side, all right? So, and I'll make sure it's nice and folded. Sew a little bit more. Check again. Fold this other part right here. Don't want to fold too much material. Make sure it's just the right amount. On the inside, you can feel it with your fingers. And that's good enough. Right here. And just finish it up. And guys, there you have it. Our mask is complete. We have a reversible mask, as a matter of fact. Reversible. Boom. Boom. If you have a different color on this side, it is fully reversible. And that is how you make the mask. You go ahead and take your little scissors and trim all the little threads around, if there is any. Most cases there won't be any, but now you got your mask. 2 long strings to go around your head, around your hair if you got hair, and 2 short strings to go around your neck. All right, AllanAWade.com. If you want to purchase a black one, all black, or you want to purchase the other one, which is this design, this pattern right here with the black on the inside. All right, guys, make sure you guys are staying protected, and make sure you guys are covering. Wear those masks, guys. We got to stop the spread of this thing, and the only thing that can stop it is us at this point, because we're just gonna get advice. We're adults. We're just gonna get advice, and if you don't follow the advice, then we're screwed pretty much. All right, so we gotta encourage each other. This is like Jordans right here. This is the new Jordans. Masks are the new Jordans. All right, so you guys gotta wear this stuff. That's it, guys. I hope you like how the mask came out. I'm also hearing now that we gotta protect our eyes, so get your goggles. I got these. These are actually ski goggles. I got them on Amazon. So going out like this in 2020, you going to the grocery store or anything like that, it's how we going out from now on, guys. All right. Hey, it's crazy, but hey, anything to stop the spread and to stop yourself. Now these masks right here, these masks are not going to protect you from getting the virus, but it's going to protect you from giving somebody else the virus. And the key is to stop the spread. Stop the spread, because if we don't stop the spread, we're going to infect thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people, and a lot of people are going to not make it, you know. So I'm just encouraging everybody to do your part and help stop the spread. All right, it's kind of ridiculous, so let me take this stuff off. All right, everybody, I really hope this video was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up, share the video so other people can make their masks like this or purchase their masks. There's plenty of people selling the masks, so it's plenty of people making the masks, so you can get materials and different fabrics and stuff like that to express your creativity and keep it stylish, because I know you guys like to be stylish. So the end goal, guys, the end goal, just remember, help stop the spread of this epidemic that's going on. This is beyond ridiculous. All right, so we all gotta do our part. All right, so like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/adubbproductions. And if you want to purchase a mask, $15, AllanAWade.com. Purchase your mask right now while supplies last. And I'll talk to you guys on the next video. It's your boy. Peace. Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?